Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of We Lift Big. I am back to a small microphone because fires have again erupted in Northern California, and I have packed my things up just in case I am told to evacuate. And I just want to say to everyone who is currently living in the St. Helena, Calistoga, Napa area, and just anyone at all who is being affected right now by the fires in any way, whether you're in Northern California, Southern California, just wherever you are, I hope that you are safe. And if you are listening to this podcast right now, I hope that this episode gives you a moment of peace, of hope, and energy to use during these next few days. And my heart also goes out to everyone who is on the front lines right now, fighting these fires, protecting people's homes. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I am rooting for you, and I am also praying for your safety. And today, I want to begin by diving into a thing that is giving me some good vibes right now. And I will finish with a study on sleep and its effects on muscle gain and fat loss. And so super interesting in my opinion, and another reason for us to be focusing so hard on getting better sleep, which I know is going to be hard for a lot of people this week just because of the evacuations and the poor air quality and all the unfortunate circumstances that are a result of fire season. But hopefully in these times, we are all able to find ways to still get the best sleep and peace of mind that we can. So, this thing that caught my eye, actually today, is a question that was posed to me by the app, The Pattern. Now, The Pattern is an app that utilizes astrology and birth charts to help you better understand yourself and connect with others. And what I appreciate most about the app is that it poses daily questions or posts that I often find I resonate with. This and or questions or posts that force me to pause and think about something that is going on in my life, something that I am experiencing, and to see it from a potentially different angle or just spend some more time finding clarity in it. And basically the app forces me to pause and be still. And whether you are an astrology person and you're into birth charts or that's just not your thing, I think we can all resonate with the following question. What gives you hope? There are 3 answers that were posted in the public chat for this question that really kind of stood out to me in particular. I will also mention that I am keeping the names of the people who posted these anonymous, but these are the 3 answers that I really took home. What gives you hope? That tomorrow my life could change forever. The knowledge that I will always be there for myself. Looking back at how much I progress after letting go of the things I thought I couldn't. And so, knowing that tomorrow my life could change forever, I found this really beautiful because it highlights the fact that we really don't know what tomorrow brings. And instead of despairing in that, we can actually find hope in that. And I think it demands that we stand in our power, and it demands that we come to believe that we are capable of whatever our life brings. And no matter what changes in life, we are able to morph and dance with that change. Jumping into the knowledge that I will always be there for myself, I'm going to be straight transparent. I am working on being there more for myself. And if this is something that you are working on too, you are not alone. I am with you. And I do think that a lot of hope can be found in knowing that we have ourselves, that we have our bodies, our minds, our emotions, and that those have the power to support us in times of need, that we are all essentially capable of supporting ourselves, whether we believe it or not. And the final answer, looking back at how much I progress after letting go of the things I thought I couldn't. And this is powerful, just to relate it to the current circumstances. I can't say how many texts I've gotten from friends and clients or colleagues saying, you can stay at my place if you want. If you need anything, let me know. If you need to store something anywhere, let me know. Just there's so much beauty within the chaos. And that gives me hope. The fact that we can truly progress despite all odds, when we really start to believe that about ourselves. And there's proof. There's things that you have overcome throughout your life, big or small, that can be used as proof that you can overcome hard things. You can do hard things, and you can let go of things that don't feel like they can be let go of. And when you do, beautiful things happen. And especially in those kinds of circumstances where we are making some sort of massive shift in our life, I think that hope is so important. For that shift, at least for myself, I know that the hardest shifts in my life, hope was mandatory. I needed to believe that there was something better for me out there. And that's what gave me the courage to jump off the cliff, make the change, do whatever it was that I felt I needed to do in that moment, for better or for worse. And I have been able to dust myself off each and every time so far. And so with that in mind, I know that whatever life brings ahead, I will continue to dust myself off and keep going. The fact that I can find purpose and seek an outcome, and that outcome can be anything, and I can use that outcome to celebrate or learn from, is a beautiful thing. What gives you hope? Write it down. Journal about it. If any of these resonate with you, do any of these resonate with you? If so, let me know. And I think the more that we can seek clarity and support from each other and just stay in the best spirits that we can, we are so freaking capable of staying resilient, even within scary circumstances. And even with the fire so close to home, we can still recognize that we are capable of doing what we need to do to rise from whatever may come in the next few days. And so, with that being said, time for a study on sleep. So, another shout out to Jeff Nippard, who I mentioned in last week's podcast. In his video, How to Build Muscle and Lose Body Fat at the Same Time, he mentions a study from Oxford Academic. Again, I'll post all of the links in the comments below, or wherever you're listening to this or watching this. And the study is called Influence of Sleep Restriction on Weight Loss Outcomes Associated with Caloric Restriction by Wang and colleagues. And so again, I'll link all of it. For the study, to summarize the study, 36 subjects were put into a caloric deficit. One group slept normally, I'm assuming 8 hours a night, and the other group slept 1 hour less 5 days out of the week, and they were allowed to sleep 1 extra hour on the weekend to try and catch up. But essentially, they were still sleeping a few hours less per week than the group that was sleeping normally. And they ran the study for 8 weeks. Again, it was 36 subjects. And so the study wanted to know what would happen if you were in the same caloric restriction, but getting more or less sleep. And what they concluded on this study was that the weight loss for both groups was the same. However, the group that slept well, 83% of the weight that they lost was fat. And the sleep restricted group, 85% of the weight they lost was from lean mass or muscle. And it is important to mention that both groups were not doing any sort of lifting during the experiment, and this may have flattened the curve a little bit just with having that training stimulus, that muscle building training stimulus. But even just by itself, that's wild. Like, sleep is so important. If we get enough sleep per night, then the whatever kind of journey you're on, muscle building, fat loss, like, you will lose more of the stuff you want to lose, which is most likely fat, and you will gain more muscle just by improving your sleep. I'll be honest, I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I generally get 6 to 8 hours a night, and the more I know I can push that towards 8 hours, the more I know I'll just be healthier. Anyways, with that, I love you all so much, and thank you for tuning in for me this week. I pray for your safety, and I encourage you to seek the best out of the situation, and at the very least, just know that whatever happens over these next few days, you are strong and you are more than capable of navigating whatever happens. And so with that, I love you, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.